Hey everybody, it's Tiana Dorell from thedancinggoddess.com, your spiritual mentor and intuitive relationship coach. Happy April 2025. Can you believe we are here? This year is flying. And if you are new to my channel, if you're new to my goddess world, this is the place to be to get advice and spiritual wisdom, to have empowered, awesome relationships, starting with the relationship with yourself. So please hit subscribe if you haven't already. And let's dive into the April Goddess Guidance Oracle video. So once a month, I do these, and it's really to help you energetically set up your month. So there's always a theme, and I'm going to pull oracle cards as well as share important dates and intuitive insights for you, right? And if you are new to these, this is your first one, I always encourage you to get a sheet of paper out and write at the top of your paper, what could this mean for me? And feel free to pause the video as you get your own downloads. My intention is really to help you trust your divine wisdom. So I see these as a great opportunity to practice, but let's get right into it. So the theme for April is opening to receive more. And more can mean a lot of things to a lot of people, but in this case, if we distill it down to its basics, it's about abundance. So having more than enough, feeling more than enough, being more than enough, themes of self-worth, themes of financial stability and prosperity, themes of having more than enough time, more than enough love, more than enough of everything in your world. And it may also be a month where it's highlighted in your relationships, whether you're single or paired up, where you're falling into lack mentality. Where do you feel like you're not enough? Where do you feel like somebody's not doing enough, right? Like those general themes will be kind of underscoring the whole month. Now, the first week, we're going to go week by week. The first week can feel a little bit like you're destabilized, right? Like ungrounded. From an astrological perspective, we have what's called Mercury retrograde, a time when communication and travel and like just potential for assumptions can be really high, and also can maybe go a little bit sideways if you're not in your center, is what I call it. But the good news is that this first week things are starting, right? Starting to come back into groundedness. They may not be there yet, but at the end of March, you may have gotten a strong sense of something that needs to be released from your life. Maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a job. And I just encourage you to go back to your journal and see, like, what are these kind of like ongoing feelings that may have felt extra heightened, in the last week of March that I need to pay attention to. It may not have been time to act on them yet, but certainly you may have been getting signs through your gut feelings, through material things in the real world, right? Through conversations of, this is confirmation that this needs to leave my life, or something or someone may have been yanked from your life. So in this first week of April, it's like kind of seeing where the dust has settled within you and around you. And it's a great time to form intentions. So if you like to write new moon wishes, or just come up with your own theme or your own word for what you want to manifest this month, this is a great first week to do it. And the card that I pulled, which I'm using Denise Lynn's Sacred Traveler Oracle cards, is Finding Sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. So this is like, you may feel like you're in this tower, like, oh my gosh, I just want the world to leave me alone so I can process how I'm feeling and then come out of it, right? Like a new changed woman or man. And there may be stuff that's unknown here, right? Like clouds indicate like some fogginess, maybe some doubt, some questions. It's okay. You're not going to have all the answers this week. But can you find sanctuary within the confines of your heart? Can you carve out sacred space, even if it's 5 minutes, to just get quiet and ask yourself, how am I feeling about this thing? How am I feeling about this person? And just make note of it, okay? Then in the second week, yay, hallelujah, this Mercury retrograde is over. It's called, stations direct, and we have a full moon in Libra. on April 12th. So full moon in Libra at 5:22, I want to say p.m. Pacific. And this is all about relationships, but because the moon is full, right, it's about looking at, again, what is something that has come to full circle, completion, full insight. So that those first 2 weeks are really about trying on, different options of how you feel. The card that I got for the second week is view from above. So getting the big picture. You have more information by the second week on what to do about a relationship or a situation. And, now it's like, okay, I've come to my decision, or I have decided that I definitely do need to let this go, or I've already let it go. I've been worrying about something that wasn't even, valid, right? And so there may be an invitation in that second week to just pull back and not take things so personally and just like observe, like the movie of your life in the second week. Okay, then we get to week 3, and the word that I jotted in my notes was stability. Okay, so once we get through the first 2 weeks, it's like, oh, the dust is finally settled. I feel more like myself. Thank Goddess. And the card I got is Valiant Courage. Take action with passion. So now it's like, okay, I know what I want. I know what left my life. I know what I need to say no to and yes to, and I'm going to take inspired action. And not everybody may like it, right? Especially if it has to do with a relationship where you're showing up differently. Maybe you're setting boundaries where you never did before. Maybe you have raised your standards for yourself and now you're bumping up against some limiting beliefs. That's okay. Keep going anyways, right? Take care of your internal tensions, right? And internal peace. But at the same time, like, keep your feet moving. This is the card that's like, okay, great. Feel the fear, do it anyway. And then when we get to week 4, we have a gorgeous, again, stabilizing, nourishing new moon in Taurus on April 27th. So April 12th is the first date I want you to circle. That's full moon time. Great time to complete things in relationships and just like celebrate, right? Celebrate something completing, celebrate something that's been illuminated, a truth perhaps, and moving from that place. And then at the end of the month, April 27th, new moon in Taurus. I want to see the time. I don't think I told you guys that. Yeah, so it's at 12:30 p.m. Pacific on the 27th. And then the card for that one, solitude in silence, peace prevails. So after all the massive action, theoretically, that you've taken towards your dream, towards your intention that you set, towards your wishes, now it's like, okay, let me see what I want to do from here. Let me see what's come back, right? And new moon in Taurus is very measured. I don't even want to say calculated, but it's just measured and discerning about where you put your energy next. And this is in regards to investments, right? Where do you want to invest your heart into a relationship? If you're single, where do you want to invest, your resources into a dating app or not, right? And like making decisions that really align with your values. Doing journaling perhaps is a really powerful way to get in touch with your inner truth. And this is also saying, meditation. Anything where you go inside is going to give you some massive clarity that, after taking action, you'll get to see, okay, based on what comes back, this is where I want to move next. And the possibility for more abundance financially, also in elevated relationships is possible. And just intuitively, I'm feeling like by the end of April, it is quite possible that your life looks completely different. So like give space for that. It's like whatever you're worrying about now, whatever you're doubting in yourself, can you get into the feeling of what it's like on the other side? Even if you're not there yet, what is going to bring you the most peace? What is going to bring you the most emotional stability? Because from those 2 points, those 2 frequencies, you can manifest beautiful relationships, beautiful amounts of money, like whatever it is. But without that inner compass, without that centering, that's when we feel lost. That's when we tend to scatter our energy and ask everybody under the sun except our inner self what to do. and you can give your power away and feel like your results are mixed, okay? And my goal by making these videos and sharing this wisdom is for you to train yourself to regulate that nervous system, to feel centered and powerful so that you can manifest from a point of power and grace. And also be treated like a goddess that you are, okay? So just recapping, beginning of April may feel a little like you just want to hide and it's okay, not everything's clear, but that's fine. Pull back, look at the big picture. Take inspired action where you see it, right? Where you're getting that nudge, even if you're scared. And beautiful things can happen, right? When you quiet your mind and you open to that level of self-trust and trust in the universe. So I'd love to hear from you. What is your intention for yourself for April? Let me know in the comments below. If you would like more on how to trust and love yourself, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and please join my Goddess newsletter. I share, wonderful inspirational stories, more information like this. You'll be the first to get these every Tuesday, and you can visit my website, which is thedancinggoddess.com. All right, have a great month, everybody. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon.